Hello, it's the Wizard in here. We're going to talk about alchemy real quick. The questions I got from one person were, how do I destroy limiting beliefs? And two, how do I change my emotional state? So we're going to come at this from two different point of views here, two different ways of fixing it. Now you can do it by yourself, which I call it the physical and mental planes here. Or you can call upon it from a spiritual aspect, do like an invocation or evocation and ask for it to be done for you. It's not lazy, it's just having it done in a different manner, okay? Ritualistically, I guess that's the best way to say it. Do you want to do it physically or do you want to do it ritualistically? Ritualistically, we'll get it done, 100%. Now, you can perform this evocation and invocation, or you can come at it from a logical standpoint, right? So you can, if you were going to do it in a spiritual way, in a ritualistic way, you would want to call upon Shaitan, King Paimon's really good, Amon, Haginti, Abaddon, Leviathan, Lucifer, Anubis, or Isis. They're very, very good. Okay, now you can come at this more harsh and have it destroyed by Abaddon or Leviathan. Say if you need a belief destroyed so you can enter into a ritual that you're trying to do, or if you're trying to overcome a blockage or barrier, then you would really come at it from a point of destruction. Now if you always have to have something to replace it, whether you're going to do it spiritually and ritualistically, or if you're going to do it physically here on the and mentally on this plane. You're going to have something to replace that thought or that belief, or something else will automatically replace it in its place, and you might not like that new belief. So you have to be very purposeful and purposely do things when you're doing this. Don't leave anything out, or something else will just fall in its place, dude. Let's see. Now if you want to go ahead and do this from like a physically, you're going to have to identify this belief that does not serve you, why it doesn't serve you, and how it limits you. Okay? Identify a belief to replace it with. Start taking steps to actively incorporate it. So you're going to have to sit there and write out a sheet of pros and cons. And it takes time when doing it physically. So I would recommend doing it the spiritual and ritualistic way. It's very easy to do it that way. And, it's not as compelled to be full of error, so to speak. Okay. So let's move on to changing your emotional state. For active alchemy, for emotions and rituals, it requires imagination. Okay. It requires going to a place of imagination. For example, you're 2 years in the future and you missed your opportunity. If it's love, then you're lonely by yourself. If it's money, then you're homeless, broke, and you're stranded in another state altogether without any connections. This kind of thing. Then you beg for a second chance, and then boom, you're blasted back to the present moment. And that's how you get alchemical gratefulness. You can take this a step further. This works with any feeling by getting lost in a daydream and using imagination. To make it permanent, use this method repeatedly and more intense visualizations. But now that we covered emotional, we're going to talk about it ritualistically, right? So if you want to do it ritualistically, you're going to have to go over and, again, call on those same spirits to actively pursue it from a ritualistic perspective. But always, again, replace it with something, please. You're going to need to. Let me see. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything here. What's my main questions? My emotional state, my limiting beliefs. Yeah, okay, so I covered it all. But the basis of how you go about doing alchemy is you're going to call upon spirits, okay? And they're going to actively alchemicalize your thoughts, your emotions. Now you can have them destroyed and destroy limiting beliefs. I know Beelzebub or Belial does this as well. But the alchemicalization happens after the ritual has taken place. And it's very, very beneficial for you. You can do it physically, but it's going to take a lot more. I can talk about that, but it's going to take a lot of understanding of the psyche and psychology. And I would recommend that you actually hit me up in private messages if you want that answer, because I'm not going to be able to explain it in a 10-minute video. It's going to take me like a half hour to get into everything so you can understand how to change it yourself. But yeah, absolutely, if you want to, just hit me up on Facebook. It's Constantia Shaman for right now. I'm gonna end up changing it in a couple days, but that's what it is for right now. But all right, this has been the Wizard Den. Peace out, y'all.